What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and in this video we're going to go over what's being called the second shutdown of America. We're now starting to have many states shutting back down, requiring you to wear masks, and even schools not opening and going online only. We're going to go over all that here in just a couple minutes, so you're totally up to date with this country shutting back down. Also, if you're new here and you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button down below. This way you won't miss out on important news regarding this. And also, I have videos every single day about the second stimulus check that's coming out. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the like button for me down below. It really helps out my channel. So initially, the White House tried to say that we weren't going to shut down again. But unfortunately, that is what we're seeing here as we're starting to see way more cases than we ever have before. We just had 65,000 new cases on July 15th, and we've now had multiple days over 60,000 cases per day. Experts are actually saying that we could go over 100,000 new cases per day sometime in the near future as this virus continues to spread. And when we shut down back in March and April, we were only around the 30,000 cases per day mark. We've had about 3.5 million confirmed cases in the US alone, with about 4% of people not making it. Now, when you compare this to the rest of the world, it's a very disturbing case. As you can see, the European Union here has really leveled the curve, and they're getting close to, eradicating the virus, where the US is just spreading uncontrollably. And at this point, the sky's the limit. We have no reason to think that this virus is going to go anywhere soon unless we see a complete and total shutdown. Let us know your thoughts down below in the comments. Do you think that the United States should completely shut down for a second time? And then do you think that masks should be mandatory across the entire country? Let us know your thoughts down below in the comments. Florida alone is seeing record cases of almost 15,000 cases per day, which is almost 1/4 of the entire United States just from that one state. In fact, here is the current list of states that are reversing and closing back down, these orange states. There's 9 states that are completely reversing and closing back down their country. And most of them, besides Michigan, are all in the South, where we thought the virus would stop spreading when we hit summer. All these states are seeing 90+ degree heat every single day, and they're the hot spot of the virus, and thus they're closing down their states. New York actually reported 0 deaths for the first time in many months. Just the other day, they have completely flattened the curve and are doing exceptionally well. It's interesting to see a lot of southern states that are spreading the virus exponentially. We also have 13 other states, these light tan states, that are pausing their reopening and not reopening anymore. That, combined with the states that are closing back up, is about 40% of the United States. And as we start to see cases rise higher and higher, more people will infect more people as they go about their average everyday lives, and they don't realize they have the virus unless we start to see way more mandatory mask wearing or a complete and total shutdown of the United States. That is actually what we're seeing. We're seeing now about 50% of the United States make it mandatory to wear masks in the United States now. And in fact, I'm from Northeast Ohio. There are several counties here, including Cuyahoga County, where Cleveland is, where masks are completely mandatory anywhere out in public, and this state isn't even shown in red. So we may actually have more than 50% of the country now that makes it mandatory, whether you like it or not, to wear a mask out in public. Let me know your thoughts on that, because it's very interesting what we're seeing here. In addition to that, we're also now starting to see retailers and businesses, large businesses, require you wear a mask in their stores, whether they're on one of the states that require a mask or not. Target and CVS, along with Walmart and Sam's Club, are forcing you to wear a mask anytime you enter their establishments. I personally do think it will really help reduce the spread of the virus. If you've ever seen your breath on a really cold day, it goes out like 2 or 3 feet. And if you're wearing a mask, it reduces that by probably about 90%. So if you do have the virus and you don't quite know it yet, you won't infect nearly as many people if you're wearing a mask covering your breath, because that is how the virus can spread through the water droplets in your breath. In addition to that, we're now starting to see very large school districts literally saying they're not going to open school in the fall and they're going to go online only. The Los Angeles and San Diego school districts, which are the two largest in California, which is basically millions of people, have said that they are going to go to online only classes in the fall. In addition to Texas and other states now saying that they won't have school in the fall. And with this many schools saying that they're not going to open up in the fall and they're going to be online only, that puts a lot of pressure on working class Americans who have to go to a job every day, that they might not have childcare if their children aren't old enough to stay at home right now. And if schools aren't going to open in specific areas, then it's very likely that childcare won't be open also. And if you are at childcare, how are you going to stream your school district, at the childcare? I think it's going to be a very difficult situation for a lot of Americans as we start to see more and more closings in the United States. Do you think we should open for school and run the risk of having your child potentially catch this virus and then spread it to your family even further? Or do you think schools shouldn't open at all and we should just not have the risk? But then we have the problem of no childcare for working parents, and who will watch the kids? It's going to be very interesting to see these developments over the next few weeks as we continue to see the entire US shut down. So make sure you're subscribed and you've hit the like button on this video. I will keep you guys updated as we get further into this with new developments are coming out. And this video has my newest second stimulus check information. You can watch that next. And this bottom video is about states that have extended their unemployment benefits. And over here, I'll link a video which teaches you how to start a business selling products on Amazon. I have students that have replaced their entire 9-to-5 income by selling one product on Amazon. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.